It's pronounced Jordan. That's the name of the segment. We're in portion number 2 now of the segment. All right, so we covered Jay Jacobs' former dreams, and now
former dreams.
Right, and now what do we got? Where are we heading next?
Well, speaking of laundromats and Tallahassee.
Oh, nice.
Now,
were we?
Sure. We have in the past.
Yes, we have.
And we have a second sponsor to It's Pronounced Jordan.
Yes.
And it's for Thatch Hut Laundry.
How about that?
Well, it's not for. They are the sponsor. It's not for them, but they are the sponsor.
It's not in the place of.
Everybody knows what Thatch Hut is.
Sure.
219 East Thatch Avenue, 24/7 self-service. You can large capacity washers. But the great thing about this sponsor that I'm so proud of, just for the thematic,
sure,
almost spiritual consistency
it really is.
Of the show,
absolutely,
is that Woody?
Yes.
Woody.
Yes, lives right down the street. Yeah.
Thornton.
Yeah.
Right.
Lives right down the street
Owns
from me.
the place.
Yes.
Right, or operates it. Right.
Yes.
His grandfather, or is his dad? It was one of them. I think his dad, one of the Thorntons, owned the original Tiger Laundry in Tallahassee and sold.
How about those
You
apples?
are kidding.
He owned it and sold it to M Finger. That's right. And now he is sponsoring the show, and it's a small War Eagle world, and this Auburn life makes even more sense.
Inconceivable!
Oh, that is unbelievable.
They've got drop-off service, dry and fold, laundry attendants are on hand Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. and on Saturday from 9 to 1. Commercial accounts are welcome. Laundromat in Auburn. That's what I'm talking about. A second proud sponsor.
How about
It's pronounced
that?
Jordan. And you can get in on this sweet action. You know where to find me. Somewhere. Anyway, so isn't that great?
Oh man, that's awesome.
Isn't that great? I was so happy.
By the way, Woody, he's I want to have him on the show at some point.
Yeah, you need to.
He is because he's an athlete in his own right. He does a lot of adaptive sports, but he runs, and Woody is has lost both of his legs below the knee, and he runs with prosthetics.
Tiger stripe prosthetics,
yes, by the way.
less. We actually did a story on
very,
him
very cool.
early on. Yeah, I interviewed him, and
what an
told
incredible
story.
guy! What an incredible guy! Fabulous family, great neighbors. They literally live 4 houses down.
Yeah,
and
he's a great
really,
guy.
really, really good.
And then they had the thing, the wheelchair basketball tournament this past weekend.
Absolutely.
But,
absolutely.
Anyway, so he said Jared Ream. The
Rem.
Rem.
Yeah, it's Rem.
Jared Rem.
Yeah, it's Jared Rem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
it's not
was on
spelled
there.
that way.
But he's the other, organizer.
Yeah,
I
we
guess,
had
of
him.
the,
We actually
thing.
had him
Right.
on the show.
Right,
Yeah.
the
good
week,
guy.
the day before.
Yep. All right, so
anyway, so yes, thanks. Shout out to Thatch Hut.
That's awesome.
And Woody.
Good job.
So, we've had a million things before about, the vandalism throughout the years.
Oh, yes. Back and forth.
The back and forth.
Yeah.
The, self-vandalism.
That's right.
Self-loathing, right, Bama students who tried to blame,
tried to blame it on
in pea green paint, tempera paint,
right,
or the other, I don't know, whatever it was. Anyway, and so here's another story about some great stuff.
Yeah.
And anyway, there was this dude who went to Auburn, graduated in 1930. He was from Auburn, graduated in 30. Captain Earl Smith. Right.
Captain Earl Smith.
Right.
Okay.
Graduated in 30. So it was 1942. Cairo.
Cairo.
Cairo. We're not talking like some sort of back and forth little paint the car kind of trash between Tuscaloosa.
Cairo?
We've gone international. This is an international incident. Cairo.
Wow.
Right.
All right.
And
so he's in the Army?
He's in the Army. It's World War II.
It's World War II.
He's totally about to take on the friggin' Africa Corps, Rommel. Right, or World War II, right? And so, and he managed the football team his senior year. He was a baseball player when he was a freshman, 4-year member of the Wirt Literary Society. He was which is the kind of Auburn's version of the Finer Things Club. It was a literary thing. And
I gotcha.
He was a real Renaissance man.
Gotcha.
Captain
All right.
Smith. And anyway, so he was serving with the AAF unit. and he was attached to the British 8th Army, whatever that means.
AAF, okay.
American Air Force, I guess. I don't know, something.
It could be the American Armed
Force. Something. He was fighting
the Army Air Corps.
He was.
That's what that is.
Army.
It's the Army Air
Okay.
Corps.
Well, he was fighting.
Okay.
Yeah, he was taking a stand.
All right.
So he's in Cairo and he's looking around, and it's probably got this kind of hardcore things are going down in the world, and we might not have a lot left. And he looks up and there's the Sphinx, right? The great Sphinx of Giza.
Oh, tell me he didn't.
Right, great Sphinx of Giza. So he's got some, I don't know what you're doing, and if he's walking away from camp, or can go out and is he got leave and he's doing some sightseeing, or if there's a camp there, I don't know what's going on.
But somewhere he found some pea green
right.
tempera paint,
and he got back at them.
No, all right. So what? All right. So,
some Egyptians were screwing around with us.
All right.
And they he had a tour guide.
Okay.
And he bribed this dude to bring him a ladder.
You are kidding.
And to bring him a chisel.
You are kidding.
And to stand lookout. This is from a story in the July 7, 1944 issue of the Plainsman. Get ready. Now, this is about to blow your mind.
I'm already.
This is about to chisel your mind.
It's going to etch its way into my cranium.
Right.
Oh, man, I can't wait. All right.
Gazing upon the huge, inscrutable countenance of the Sphinx, the captain, always a loyal Auburn man, decided that the Sphinx had been silent long enough, and that henceforward it should proclaim, or at least exhibit to the whole world, a symbol of that dauntless spirit, capital S, which has made the College of the Plains famous throughout the world of sports.
No.
After a laborious ascent, the Auburn grad went at his job, chiseling away under the relentless desert sun. He cut War Eagle in bold letters across one cheek. Forget antiquity. You know what I mean? Forget it. Right. Is it
still there? Did they fix it?
Now, right. I mean, the veracity of this claim, I don't know. It got weathered. They've tried to cover it up. He had to do community service. I don't know.
It's a community service.
I don't know.
What, do you have to clean up the library? What
there was not a picture of this thing. We have an artist's rendering conception on the site. It's the Sphinx and it's War Eagle and just huge across the face, just like giant, just totally
chiseled into one. We're assuming this is the face cheek.
Yeah. I mean, and this is like the big thing, like the Sphinx. This isn't one of like those little, I don't know, little minor sphinxes. This is like the big one, the great one. His reward would come when Auburn men of the future, looking on that inscription and talking about it on the radio, would thrill with pride. That's what it's saying. Somebody, a few people have been like, "What in the world? I've been there, and it's no war." Now who knows? I mean, this could have been teeny tiny. I'm sure there's been, Lord knows, there's had to been people have gone over there.
The thing's been there forever.
Right. I mean, God, yeah, exactly.
It's been there for dozens of years.
Exactly.
Jeremy. It's been there for
Moses probably carved War Eagle on that thing. I mean, think about it. Or I don't know if he was.
This is the guy behind the guy behind the guy.
Right.
Moses, a lot of people don't know, it was actually supposed to be a great tiger. What was going to be a Sphinx? It was going to be an Auburn tiger guarding
and
the pyramids.
Reds. It was a Crimson Sea.
That's exactly what it was. That's right.
And so all I know is, I mean, a story like this has got to be true. No captain in the army is going to make this thing up. Hey, Plainsman, by the way, chiseled War Eagle.
So how did they get the story? Did he?
Well, they were always like alumni reports sending stuff back. You know what I mean? Like the tales of Auburn men across the world and successes and everything.
I can only imagine that there was some guy, and I'm imagining a guy like in a radio tent, doing Morse code. He did what? Say it again.
And we've had a few like, well, I'm not sure about that. I'm not necessarily condone that. And that's understandable. And I think even back then there was like a letter or two after it. But here's the other thing, and I can't find it. But again, like my bald eagle that I saw out here, and I'm more of a golden eagle kind of fan. I just want to say that, put that out there.
All right.
But obviously, I'm going to give that thing props.
Sure.
Lest he come down and kill me,
because he could. He's a raptor, by the way.
And but what was I saying? Oh, right. But I swear there was one on the It was almost the exact
You're as
same
bad
sword.
as you're as bad as I am, by the way.
Right.
Where are we? I don't know.
I don't know. Just
What's on TV?
shake the
I don't
paper.
know.
But there was a story just like this about the pyramid. It was something. It was you know what it was? You know the whole like called the King of
Yes.
England
Yeah.
and everything
Yeah.
about like the score of the 49
Right.
Iron Bowl.
Yeah.
There was a story and I can't find it, but I know I read it. Carved the score of the game onto the pyramid. You know, I'm sure the big one, whatever it was. I'll have to find that one and get it back.
That's awesome.
But I remember when I told this to my friend, he Kenny, who writes for us, he was like, we ended it, but if Al from Dakla learns about it, the whole desert will be spiked. Or, I don't know. Dakla is some Egyptian thing, apparently. I forgot what that is. Are we through?
Oh man.
Oh my gosh!
You know what?
So much stuff.
Well, you know what? Good news.
Hey.
Good news.
When Ron's away, the
I'm gonna let you hang out because I want to hear more.
All right.
And quite frankly, I'm tired of talking about Auburn basketball.
Yeah.
So. All right. So stick around for a very rare treat. More of the War Eagle Reader, and it's pronounced Jordan right after this.